Yo, what's up? It's me. I am back. It's me. Okay, they call me attracted. They call me Nilo. They call me whatever you want to call me. But listen, I am back with a YouTube video, and you know damn well I don't make no YouTube videos. I was gonna say that I stream, but I barely do that now. But you know I'm trying to get back in my grind. I know y'all heard this like 50 times, but today we got a story time because you know I think I have a lot of stories in mind, but I just gotta remember them slowly. I get blank until someone reminds me, like, "Oh, you remember that time?" And I'm like, "Yeah," but this one I only got reminded of this one because like I was talking to somebody that came from that time, like when the story came around. This like happened in seventh or sixth grade, one of those areas, and it's about that time a bully got bullied, or like one of the top bullies in the school got, he got clown, because it's always going to be that one person that's come and humbles that bully. So we're gonna build up to the story. Like the story, I'm not gonna tell the story exactly like the first thing, like what happened. We're gonna build up. It's like a story. It's a story time. So we gotta build it up. So our first character, this is a real story. We're gonna call him H. We're just gonna call him H. H is I'm gonna describe a picture. H is a Hispanic man, fat as fuck. Like this man is fat, but he's taller than most of the other kids too. So he's the bully. He's the main bully. So he's like bigger than everyone else. Like he just fat as fuck. And he usually have another like a posse of other bad kids. And he was like the main bad kid. He used to fuck with everybody. Like he even like not I don't know like to say, but he even like kind of like bully special needs kids too. So H is that type of person. This is seventh grade. I guess he's like not the big dog, the big dog in our grade, because it's like South Parks. It's like it's level systems. There's eighth, seventh. For our grade, he was kind of the big dog. So there's plenty of things he did. Like let's say, I think there was one instance where a kid, we were playing Suey. No, we wasn't playing Suey. It was before we played Suey. He got into an argument with another kid. This kid is not important because it's not the kid that put H in his place. We'll talk about him later. Something happened in the lunchroom, and him and this kid got in this scruffle, right? Like they got into this type of like, it was over something stupid, lunchtime, lunch area. So H was just talking all this, all this baloney. I can't curse because YouTube got new guidelines. If I curse somehow in this video, I got blur it out. But he was just talking all that smack, and the other kid, we're all like bad kids, but like he was a bad kid too. He was just like, yo, I'm gonna get you this and that. And then when recess came along, and it didn't make sense if you just beef with somebody in a lunchroom, and we're playing Suey. Mind you, Suey is a game where we get a wall ball, right? And there's a big wall, right? And you throw the wall ball, and there's a bunch of people trying to catch the ball, right? Whoever did not catch the ball, like let's say if you went for the ball and you didn't catch it, there's two ways of playing Suey. One where they grab the ball and then you gotta run towards the wall. If you did not catch the ball and you got like moss, let's say you did not catch the ball, you gotta sprint to the wall and touch the wall. So there's one version where the person just has to grab the ball. The person who caught the ball will beam the ball to get back. And that, bro, I'm in an area where everyone is basically like a baseball player, a very Hispanic area. It's mixed. It was only Hispanic people and black people in my school, right? That's like any other minority. It became more Asian throughout the years, but like mainly Hispanics and blacks. So you got a bunch of baseball players. So if you got caught not catching that ball, you getting that's I'm trying to curse so bad. You're getting that ball beamed in your back, and I'm talking about really hard to the point where it's like basically you got laser beamed. You just boom. You would have a big red spot. So for some reason, these two are playing Suey together, right? Oh, the second version. No, the second version. I forgot to explain the second version. You see, the second version is where if you don't catch that ball, and they see that you did not catch that ball, they all start punching on you. I don't know why we played it as a kid. Our games as kids were violent. Like let's say if they like You gotta make sure you didn't go for that ball. Like you can't make attempt because there's only people in the game who's not even trying to catch the ball. They trying to watch who didn't catch the ball so they can just beat people up. There's those type of players. Me, I try to catch the ball at least, try to be one of those. But there's menaces who just be like this in the background trying to see who didn't catch. You didn't catch the ball and come and sock you. Like it's crazy. So for some reason these kids got into it, right? Remind you how I said H has like a bunch of goonies, right? And the other kid was a bad kid too, but he wasn't a part of his clique, right? Later on, they did become cool. But for some reason, in his bright mind, he's like, you know what? Let's all play Sui, right? They're playing Sui, right? After just beefing. So when that kid I didn't think he even went for the ball. I think they just say, yo, because, his little goonies, H, H is a big bad boy. He's like, he was kind of like Kingpin. He was just built like that, man. Not, Kingpin is buff, but think about Kingpin as just being a fat, mob boss. He's kind of like that. So I'm pretty sure he did not go for the ball, right? The other kid, right? H and his homies, they literally jumped him. That wasn't even Sui, because Sui, like, they did punching and stuff. No, they like put him to the ground and start jumping him and just beating this kid up. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm not playing this. I'm like, I was gonna join in, but that right there solidified that I don't even want to play with them, because at the end of the day, they're not even trying to like play Sui legitly. They just trying to like let go of aggression. That right there, like, mind you, I'm gonna say it went like this. Yo, he didn't caught the ball. Okay, I'm gonna stop. But yeah, essentially just like that, like they were stomping them out too, and then I don't understand that we had like, I don't call them security guards. They were just people who volunteer just to look at the kid, like look after kids. Like they're not security, but they're basically like security, or like I'll call them like chaperones or like whatever, assistants. So didn't even peep that this kid is getting jumped until like someone told them like, yo, they're literally like beating him, like they're just beating him down. So that tells you what type of person H is. Like I remember this one instance where I had a friend who I'm not even gonna name him. I'm gonna just say D. One time H was bullying a special needs kid, like a group of special needs kid. And D, as an amazing person as he is, he snitched. Yes, he snitched because you're bullying a person with like special needs. He snitched on H, right? But anonymously. He told somebody like, yo, he was bullying a special needs kid, and H got in trouble. But the problem with my friend D is he started panicking really bad. Like I'm talking about, he started panicking to the point where like he's getting frantic. He's like, oh my God, they're gonna jump me. They're gonna jump me. I'm like, bro, how they gonna jump you if they don't know who snitched? Like, bro, relax. Like you're fine. Like you're not getting jumped. You're not getting nothing. He just keeps panicking. Like, yo, oh my God. Like I don't understand why he was panicking so much. Like how they're gonna tell who snitched. At the end of the day, H did get in trouble and H was mad, but he's not going on a rampage like who snitched, because at the end of the day, how would they know who snitched if you told them after the fact? So he's just panicking so crazy, like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm like, bro, relax. So as we're going to the lunchroom, right? I know it might seem like it's going over the place. It's building up the character of H. Again, H was really upset. Like he was really looking for the person, but there's no way to know, because I'm the only person that knows that he snitched. I'm not gonna snitch on my homie. Like, yo, H, guess what? D snitched. No. So we're going to the lunchroom, right? D is still freaking out. I had to smack the sense into him. I said, yo, stop. You're not. No one's gonna. You're fine. And he's like, you know what, man? You're right. And I was shook. I'm like, damn, I should start slapping people more. Slapping sense into people, because I slapped the sense into him and he really looked at me like a new man. He went, oh my God. Yes, you are right. Like I put a program in his brain with the slap. Like I programmed him to be normal again. And we had another friend. His name starts with D too. He was like, he saw that happen. He was like, whoa, like, why you just smack him? But he saw that I smacked sense into him. So that shows you what type of person H is. And then it's funny because when we went to his crib, he had to tell his parents about him being scared of H and him snitching. Like it was so funny. I was like, his parents are like, bro, what? But yeah, so this tells you the type of person H is. H is like really like mean, big. He was fat. He was really fat, and he had a posse with him. That makes him even more scary. So this is where we introduce the, you know how in like Smash and like other games, a new challenger has arrived. This new challenger, this fucking, oh, I curse. This mind boggled me when I was a kid because I never seen some stuff like that. So the new person's name is K, right? We're gonna name him K. It's H and K. This is gonna be the final battle. Like this is gonna be the final battle to the story. But we're gonna build up K. K doesn't have a very long like story compared to H. I went through H's story, just making it seem like we're just telling you how H is. Now K, oh boy, he was different. So let me put this in your image, right? If you're from Philly, you know he got his little Muslim cap on, his little he basically wearing a Muslim fit. You know, like I think he was wearing a regular shirt, but he was wearing a little. I'm not to offend anybody who's Muslim and stuff like that. Whatever they wear, like the little Muslim dress stuff. But he came in like that the first day, right? But this man looked like he was not in 7th grade. He looked like he was a junior in high school. Yes, he even had a tattoo, which makes me think that he flunked. Like he was not the same age as us. Cause that man was a different man. That was a grown man amongst children. He comes in, he has tats on his arm, right? Cause he's wearing a regular white tee, right? But he has like, I guess the pants. That's his first time. This is important, cause that's the first time he got introduced to us, and we're just like, he's not in our grade. Like this man had a failed grade. Mind you, he already had a tattoo, which is like in my little commute in school, that was something rare. When I became a freshman in high school, everyone had tats. Everyone looked older than what they were supposed to be and had tats. I don't know if they failed, but most of them say they were freshmen, like this is the first year of high school, like they didn't flunk. But that's another time. So that gave me an idea for another story time. So that's K, right? Nothing different. That's the first day. Second day, he came in. I don't know if I'm lying to myself, but he had an ankle monitor. And I don't know if you're supposed to get an ankle monitor at that age, which makes me think you're older. And I don't know if I'm manifested him having an ankle monitor because that's how old he was. But he was a kid that recently moved into the school because he got kicked out of his other school. So that's another thing. I swear he had an ankle monitor, wore these he always wore these fat ass Timbs. Like he's like. And he's built, like, he's already built. Like, this is what makes me think he was older than the rest, because he's already built. Like, it looked like he already did, like, 7 years in jail. No cap. So that's K, right? He's a hothead, but he wasn't necessarily, like, mean to anybody. He just had an intimidating presence, because he just looks like he doesn't belong. Like, he looks like he's supposed to be in high school, or he already did some years in jail. It's crazy to say, but there was someone in 7th grade that looked like that. Bro, if you would have saw a picture of me in 7th grade, you would have been like, what the hell? I look like a baby rodent. I look like a baby hamster compared to this man. So he was very intimidating. So no one really pressed him. But it came to a point where it really seemed like this man was different from the rest of us. Because I remember in recess, we're playing football. This man is running he is juking people. We're playing two-hand touch. He's trucking people out the way, running in some fat-ass Timbs. Our ears, just throwing people out the way. Me, I was a little tank myself because I was small, but I was a little chunky too. I ain't going his way, bro. We was playing. It was called Kill the Man. This is a game. Please, YouTube, don't. Just don't. I didn't get in his way. I didn't think I even participate. I'm like, no, that's a grown man. I can't play with that man. So he's just trucking people out the way. It's to the point where he would really ask someone, can I get some of your lunch? Like he was so intimidated that people were getting a piece of his lunch. Like, I guess he was like the upcoming of another bully. Cause not to say he wasn't like he didn't necessarily like bully people, but like he knew people were afraid of him and he was scared. People were scared. And then there's a point, right, where K K was like so angry, and we had like these type of desks, like these big round desks, like tables and lunch. Everything happened in the lunchroom because I don't think I had class with them. Big lunch table, right? And someone got him mad, and I just remember him standing up and like somehow moving this big round lunch table, and I'm like, bro, what the heck? But this is where it gets to the point where this is where I'm like, this is a story from a long time ago, so I'm trying to remember very vividly. But I remember that this is the final moment when H, my mom calling me. So this is when H meets K. Like not like meet, but they've been like around each other's presence. I think they got in this dispute over like the lunch line. Maybe H big hungry ass, got in the way, of K or someone, or like they got in an argument. I remember it was a big argument, right? And remind you, H is big and fat. Like he's taller than most of the kids, and he's fat. Put that in your head. K was a little taller than the other kids, but he's built. Like he's like, I don't know what the hell they was feeding kids feeding him. They put that man, he was in juvenile. He had to be in juvenile, getting bench pressing pencils and books, whatever they put in. I can't even explain to you how that man was built, but he was already built like a high school footballer. So they get into it, age talking, saying anything, right? I can't really curse anymore because YouTube put a new like system in where you can't really curse. So he just arguing, blah 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 blah, just talking thing. And K just like, yo, he didn't even say much. He just got in his face and he just talking and talking. So it's just whatever. Next thing you know, bro, they start. I think H threw the first punch. He said, "Get off me!" Boom, just start hit him right. K said, I said, oh my God. He really said, like, that man was Terminator, bro. That man was, the way he just got socked and turned around, like, I swear to God, I'm not kidding. Like, this is a real story. I don't know who was, like, if I have any homies who can, like, be like, yeah, that happened. But K took that punch, boom. And H was kind of confused. He was like, what? So he threw another punch, and they started getting the mix, and that man K, big, he stands up in his Timbs. He always wearing these. I don't know why you always wearing Timbs to school. The butters, but he always wearing them. So he stands. So they going at it, boom, boom, boom. They going crazy, right? So I'm just like, damn. You see food just fly. I don't understand how this happened, but I'm just seeing tables getting moved around. Like mind you, these tables are like kind of hefty. It's kind of like not hard to move them, but like you gotta push them a bit. Plates flying. They were going crazy. And it was to the point where, like, that man K was giving it to him. Boom, boom, boom. But this is what makes the whole story, right? K, hold on. I gotta demonstrate. Yes, I have a body pillow. Who cares? It was for the memes, and it helps me sleep. But listen, mind you, act like this is H, big fat ass, even though I should be H because, I'm a little chunky. But this is H, and I'm K, right? K picks up H like this. You know how a football tackle, how you scoop them like kind of like behind a butt kind of, or like behind a legs. He went, no kidding, like the floor shook. I was in awe that K picked up H big fat ass up in the air like this and dumped him on his neck. Like, I'm just like, yo, it's like, you don't understand how big H was. H was a big ass boy. But the way K just really picked him up and he threw him like he was nothing. Like, that's what scared me. This one K became top dog low key. Cause you pick H big ass up like that and slam him like he was nothing. I swear to God, everyone's like, yo, oh my, yo, I think the floor shook. Like, I'm telling you, the floor literally shook. Like, it's just like, there's a big boom. Like, that's all you heard was the floor shake. Like, everyone's like, yo. And next thing you know, K is just boom, boom, just beating him down, and H is getting punked. It's to the point where, like, you know how, like I said, there's like volunteers. Like, volunteers don't really try to stop fights, but they was stopping that fight. That fight was, if that fight went on, that man H, I don't know. H had it coming to him though. He you know, everyone has to be humbled, you know, put in a place. But man, I had no problems with KK. Didn't really have a problem with me. I didn't really have a problem with H, only like slightly back in the day. But I don't think no one was gonna press K after the fact that he saw him pick him up like that and slammed him. I swear to God, no cap. I swear to God, there was a dent in the floor. Like, he got slammed so hard that man put a dent. K put a dent in the floor by using H. Like, he dug his grave right there. Like, after that, H was kind of quiet. You know, he was still, you know, a bad boy, but like, after seeing like K do that to him, it kind of shifted the momentum of the, you know, the lunchroom. Like, ain't nobody was like, damn, like, they made it seem like anyone can do that, but not anyone could slam him like that. Cause the way he slammed him, bro, you have to be really strong. Like, I can't estimate weight back then, but H was fat as fuck. Like, I'm sorry, but that's like literally this is like the first story time. Like, I'm warming up to the story times. Probably I get more proficient at saying it, but I just need y'all to know, like, what I witnessed was not normal. Like, this man K really, like, he might have been in high school. He might have flunked so much because I swear he had an ankle monitor and everything. Like, he was just that bad of a kid, but he wasn't as bad as H. I think H was more like, one was really a bad kid, the other one was just being a bully. Because the differences, like, you see the differences. Like, that man had tats. This man had his sleeve. I want to know what he was. I don't know if he was done growing, because that tat probably small as hell now. It's probably like this now. But yeah, that's a story about how the top bully got put in his place. And let me know if you like this story time, what I should improve on. Because I know I stutter a lot. I try so hard not to curse in this story time because, you know, YouTube put a new system in. I don't know. I might leave it in. I might not. But who knows? But, you know, if you know me very well and there's a story time you want to tell me to tell to, you know, YouTube, just let me know. Not in the comments, but, like, just scoop me a text or DM me. And I'll tell it. Because I think this one reminded me of another story. It's another fight story. Because, you know, there's a lot of fights that happen. And maybe I'll throw in some personal, not my personal fights, but personal stories that happened to me in middle school or even in high school. But thank you for watching the video, and hopefully, you know, y'all enjoy these type of videos, and I'll see you guys later. That's cringy. I gotta stop doing it. Like,